Came back from the hardware store. PVC pipe. This is a 90-degree street elbow. There's one. And there's two. 3. And a straight coupler. And clean out that I've already been playing with. So what the hell am I doing? I'm finally going to make my Lux Tube. What the hell is a Lux Tube? A wannabe measuring device to measure the light output of something. In my case, flashlights. So this is, nothing new. You can find plans for these on the internet. They're all over the place. How to build a Lux Tube. Or if you want to build your own Lux ball, that's even more better. And all it is just 3 elbows and whatever else you can find or make up to make a termination point. So you can hook up your lumen meter. So I finally got it done. So a couple of bucks later, and now I'm ready to build it. So another prep that I did is I made up some diffuser plates. So this is the diffusers sheet out of an old monitor. Some people use the more rigid kind, but this is all I got. It's here, it's free. Besides, I already paid for the monitor anyway, so since it's dead, destroy it. So old monitors are never obsolete. So there. So now all I gotta do is just build this wacky thing, this contraption, and we'll start here at the at one of these elbows here. So this is going to be our input part. So I'm going to put a diffuser here and a piece of acrylic, this thicker acrylic right here, so you can lay a flashlight on it. And then what I'll do is take a piece of diffuser here and stick it on the end here, and then I'll put the next piece on, just like so. And then I'll take the third piece and the diffuser and put it on like so. So now we got the start of a Lux Tube. Now, next thing is take this part and put a diffuser in it. And it don't matter. We'll put it like this. So put that in there. And then we got the clean out here, which I drilled a hole, and I got a piece of foam to capture the meter. So we'll put a diffuser in it. We'll stick it in there. And we'll get it to cooperate. And there's no reason to glue this stuff. It's just temporary, because you're only gonna, use it occasionally and then store it somewhere. So we got that set up now, and now we'll put the final diffuser in and the piece of acrylic, so you got something to stand the flashlight up in, and we'll stick it in on this end. So now you got something that you can set your flashlight on, such as so. Now all you gotta do now is just hook up a light meter. And with this method of having the diffusers in, you won't have to do any kind of math. So this flux meter measures in two measurements. It measures in lux and foot candles. So we'll just go ahead and put it directly in lux, because with this method, a lux is also a lumen. So it's 1-to-1. So I got the meter here. This is the hold peak. And actually, it's the same company that I got this digital anemometer, hold peak. Didn't even realize it until I put the boxes together. So we got our hold peak digital lux meter here. So we just put the meter on as such. Got a couple little rubber bands here just to hold it nice and tight to the meter here. And that's all it takes to measure the output of flashlights. It's very simple. And you might need a little piece of tinfoil to wrap around the your flashlight of measurement. So all you do is just plop the flashlight on there, and then you can just you can take some tinfoil and just wad it up, and then stuff it around the flashlight to maximize the best light. So that's all you gotta do. Just something like this. Just wad it up around there. You can put the flashlight in first if you want. Put the tin foil around the top just to block it off as much as possible. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Just like such. And then we can go ahead and power up the meter. And currently we are in the foot candles, so we will change it to lumens or lux. Okay, now we're in lux. And we zeroed out the meter to a point. So now let's just go ahead and just fire up this flashlight here. Now I got it in flood mode because these zoomies, when you extend it out, it makes the light output go down. So we want maximum output. So we'll turn the flashlight on high. And we have about 127 lumens. And as these LED flashlights heat up, the lumens goes down. That's just part of the game with these little buggers. So that's why they make some people, when they measure light output of flashlights, they usually wait for about 30 seconds. And then they'll take a reading, and then they'll do it from a minute or so, and then after that it's not relevant anymore. So we started at 130, now we're about 120, and it's going down because one, there's a crappy battery in that flashlight, and two, as the LED heats up, it consumes less amperage and then less output. So that's the way this particular animal works. So I guess to break this down, what happens is that light travels in straight lines. So when you got it starting to bounce around in there, it kind of breaks it up a little bit. So you got, you know, photons, or yeah, that's right, photons. I think that's what it is. Bouncing around, going up and down, and as it passes through the diffusers, it sort of makes the light that's bouncing around in there starting to kind of like get a little slower and a little slower. Or I guess that's not right there. It smooths it out. So by the time it gets to this end, you can get an accurate reading. And this is just, you know, a homemade DIY. It's not scientific. It's not proven, but it gives you a baseline. And on top of that, you know, to calibrate your meter and calibrate your tube, you would have to buy a calibrated flashlight. That's and sometimes you can. I think there's a couple of places where you can buy a flashlight that's calibrated, or you can take a flashlight and have it sent out and calibrated, and then you'll have a calibrated starting point. So then you can go ahead and make your measurements and then say, well, okay, let's just say that this flashlight, it was 130 lumens, and that was calibrated. So then it comes back, and you have everything all set up. You got a fully charged battery that's been sitting for a little while, you know, like half a day or something like that. You got a preset temperature, and you got your tube built, and you got, you know, your fixated and your designated diffusers and your meter, just so. And then you can say, okay, well, now it's down to, you know, whatever. Then you can go from there. Then you can just go ahead and plop another flashlight, and then you can get accurate readings from that. So now we'll go ahead and we'll test another flashlight here. So we can, so when I start messing with these things, because, you know, if you remember that in my previous videos, I bought a bunch of these things, and my plan is to, you know, tinker with them. You know, take these crappy China Pride, you know, wannabe whatever 160 LEDs, and they call them 16 quarters and all other crap, and put good LEDs in it. So we'll go ahead and we'll get another flashlight to tinker with. Maybe something like this, a 3-cell, you know, mini mag light that's LED. I got a package. You know, and then like that little this little mini mag light, it's about 20 lux. And then something like this. This is another little China Pride flashlight. It's one of them zoomies. It's a UV. So we got that, and we can stick that in there, and we can get like that mini mag light that I just tested. That was 20 lumens. This one's 203 lumens. So then we'll go for something like, you know, a Phoenix or Phoenix. This is a TK16, and this is a fixed non-zoomy, and this one is 575 lumens, and this one's doing the same thing. As it warms up, the lumens comes down. So that was on high. This one's actually got, I think it's got turbo in it. So that's low, medium, high, super. So about 550, something like that. and turbo. Then I got another little hybrid. This one's got red, green, and white in it. So you got all the different colors in there. Low, medium, low. Then you got red, green. They're all on. I mean, the white's back on high. So this one's about 311 lumens. And then we got classic mag light. I converted over to LED because it used to be all incandescent. So I changed this over to LED a long time ago. And this one's 25 lumens. That's kind of pathetic. Remember back in the day when, that was considered to be the best at one time, the mag lights? I mean, it looks impressive in the camera, but not really. We're going to change that, but it's going to take a little while for me to smash the buy button to upgrade these. So that's that. Oh, actually, I got a couple more that I forgot about. So we got one of these jobbers. We got this jobber. We got this jobber. So you remember these in the previous videos. So now we can go ahead and tinker. Not like anybody's watching this video anyway. So, I've already wasted 17 minutes of your time already, so what's a few more? So this is one of them China Pride inexpensive ones. They're under $20. This is a spot beam, with your designated flood over, and it's got that silly little adapter for 18650s. But I didn't buy it for 18650s because I got plenty of other flashlights that run off 18650s, so I want 26650s. So power this up. It's not playing nice. Help you put the battery in the right way. You dumbass. Dumbass Mike, what the hell's wrong with you? Wasting all the people's time with your bullshit. There we go. So that little China Pride, that is over 1,000 lumens. Look how quickly then things decay. Amazing. So that's that kind. That's the flat beam, the spot beam, fixed, non-zoomy. We got that kind. And we got this other little single cell zoomy. This is a zoomy too. Stick him in there. Get him rocking and rolling. Woo. So he's about little over 9 little over 900 lumens. Destined on making a real flashlight out of it with a real LED instead of this fake ass 16 core. Ooh, 16 cores. Doesn't mean a flipping thing when it's from China. Then we got this double cell 6-volt job. So 8.4 to 6 volt. So you got some buck regulation going on in this particular one. This one will get a real LED in it. This is another zoomy. So we put it on full fan mode. And this one is 3,000, about 3,400 lumens when it first starts up. So that's pretty impressive between the two of them that are, you know, built identical except for 1 cell, 2 cell. So that's pretty good. So now I got a measuring tool to measure, so I can quit playing games of waiting around, of monkeying around with stupid crap. So stay tuned for future videos when we take an official baseline and then I go ahead and modify these things to see if I did anything good or just wasted my time. So thanks for watching. If you stayed this long, we'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.